Hey RNYTV. Hey baby. My tap water. Boo. Hey y'all. It's just a couple of things that I wanted to address tonight. Miss Dovey, hey boo. Red Star. Hey there. Y'all, I want to do a recap for this book because I don't want to get back into this and then people are like, row. Um, I don't know where we stopped at, where we are. So I'm just gonna do like a little recap of it. But also, it was something that somebody said that I would definitely like to address because, okay, uh, I'm about to give a little bit of Melissa Scott. First off, okay, I heard somebody say something about my glasses. Okay, I got them out the 10.99 bin. First of all, okay, baby, these glasses are Gucci. Don't play with me. Okay. Uh-huh. Now I may have came back from Vegas uh, a little bit with too much alcohol up in me. Okay, I'm just trying to dilute myself. That's one thing that I will not do if I ever am to participate in another Vegas trip. I'm not gonna be drinking like that because it tears you up from the inside, especially when you're around people that smoke constantly. Everybody, I'm telling you, it was heavy smokers. I'm not a smoker at all. I shouldn't have been out there, but I that was definitely something I won't do anymore either. Be around the constant smoking. Okay, they're gonna smoke their life away. Ain't nobody worried about them. But yeah, these glasses, sir. Okay, these were over $500. Get on up out of here, fool. Don't play with me. These were highly expensive and quite nice. Okay, that was some nerve right there. Don't. Okay, they don't. These glasses have nothing to do with Timu and what you're capable of buying. That was ridiculous. Don't play with me at all. Tiffany G. Hey, Keisha back. Keisha, how are you doing? Bishop, Keisha Bishop. What's up? Oh, hello there, Capricorn. You said honest word. We don't appreciate Brian continuing to shade you left and right like he did today. Capricorn, I'm gonna tell you, I don't know. Brian is just doing his thing. He loves to fight. Brian likes to fight. Okay, I'm just gonna let him. Brian, go ahead and try to be the new Jerry. Okay, since Jerry rest his soul. Okay, rest Jerry Springer's soul. Go ahead and make it a Brian show. Go do that, Brian. Miss Louisiana, hello, baby. Oh, Miss Dover, you said Roro. I had an auction today. You was auctioned off for $76. Okay, now, Miss Dovey. At least I was in the double digits, boo. Okay, so I'll take that $76. 70. I wish I could have took that $76 when I was 18 years old, boo, and went on to California with my 76, baby, and just tried to see what I could get with it. Okay, I could have maybe got on somebody's show. Hello there, Vixen. But yeah, y'all, I wasn't gonna keep y'all long at all because I just had me a piece of shrimp, and you know what that means. I'm just gonna make me a little bit of dinner because I do have to pick up a coworker tomorrow morning, so I'm gonna be up in Adam, y'all. But I just got in contact with a old high school friend of mine. Everyone, like I always see her husband in the store that I frequent. I always see him in there. We chit chat. We were actually pretty close when we were younger, and you know how it is. And when you catch up with friends from school up until college and stuff. So today I finally saw her, his wife that we used to like. I used to go to they used to have parties and stuff. We just used to have a ball. We used to have a ball. So today I saw her and she was always like pretty religious. um I don't know if I think she did grow up in that type of background, but she had that going on. But she gave me a story that I didn't even know about, that she was actually involved in a carjacking. And I'm telling you guys, sometimes it's good to just pay attention and see where people's heads are. It really traumatized her, this carjacking. And she was just telling me how for a long time, like, she was just crying, and this was a carjacking that happened last year. And she said that she was constantly crying. It was hard for her to get back to where she is, and she is a mother. And just imagine, you going through that, and then you also have a family that you have to contribute to, and make sure that you're keeping up with that as well as her job. So this carjacking, she was always a very nice gal. Um, like, you could tell she was the one that she would give you her shirt off her back. She would give you the shirt off her back. And she stated that these gentlemen, these younger gentlemen, they, well, what, sometimes you can't even call them gentlemen, animals. Sometimes they actually came to her car, and she was right outside her mother's house about to attend a funeral. So she said that these men walked up to her. We can't, you can't really call them men. They juveniles. Some juveniles walked up to her and stated, I guess she said something first. Apparently, I think she said hello or good morning or something like that. And they stated, give me all of your money. Give me some money. And she said, I don't have any money, young man. And they proceeded to say, I guess on the lines, well, get out your car. And she said, at that moment, she felt that for some reason, she felt that she was about to be killed. Because they were really trying to hound her on saying, I don't understand why you don't have any money. So they took her purse as she got out of the car, and then they ravaged through her purse. And she had a wreath in there too, for the funeral. And they did not give her the wreath. They just took the car. It was two guys, and they went about it until they thank goodness that her mother had a camera, so they caught her license plate, as well as how not only her description of how the guy looked, but they had him on camera. So they end up catching them because they totaled her car, ran into a tree. And I guess it was like some blocks away. So she had to go downtown. Well, before that, they wanted her to come and verify if that was her car or not. And she said as soon as she's told me, as soon as she saw the car, she dropped down. She just like tears, it was just like she had a breakdown. And they were like, okay, dear, you may have to calm down, because you have to go to the police station so that we can identify these men. Oh, it was quite rough, to hear, because she has always been a very strong woman. I always enjoyed hanging with her when I did. Strong and beautiful, I have to add that in. And I never seen her in that state. She said that once that all this happened, and then they actually had a trial, and she said that they stated that they did not want to, that they thought about it, and they really didn't want to do it to her because of how nice she was. That's what the guy said. So it's just kind of hard sometimes to see just where a lot of the youth mind is, because she said that the guy was 17, and it's like, if he felt her aura of being a nice woman, then it seemed like that would have stopped him. But see, these days, that none of that will stop people from getting what they want. Especially if it's in the form of greed, like money, and just trying to take something from somebody. And then they gave the guy, she told me, that he only got 2 years. And then it was when they found the car, before they found the car, they said it was 4 men in there. So he picked up some people, and going who knows where, but the police caught up with him. So they caught 2 of them. The other 2 ran, and they weren't able to identify who they were. But yeah, the one guy got 2 years, and the other one, she said, got away with it. So yeah, y'all, it's, I was just listening to her, and I plan on really catching up with her, because I just feel like she is, thank goodness, I was like, baby, still stay strong, because you are still out here doing what you got to do. You are still raising your family. You are still working. But she states, like, it's even hard for her to look at a guy with a hoodie, that type of stuff. And she's always constantly watching her back. So this is very important. It's very serious. You just never know, when things like this can just mess you up. And sadly, a lot of times it's from the younger generation that they cause trauma. Yeah. So, I'm glad, that I was able to actually talk with her again, because she told me, she was like, Ro, I have not seen you in the flesh for years now. And I was like, yeah, you are absolutely right. I had to tell her, I was like, well, I see your husband quite a bit, in this store. So it was good to see her again, because I've always had a good rapport with her. I just, she's a pretty chocolate thing, I gotta say. Like, yeah, she's very pretty. And yeah, I think it's just time for me to, definitely talk with her more and just help build her strength again. It's hard when you see somebody that, really has a heart of gold, when things like that, become when they are involved with triggering circumstances. But thank goodness that, she has the Lord on her side, and she really does believe. What's going on, Room Shaker? Hey, baby, I was just telling that story. Oh, well, hello there, the Sassy Show. What's up, boo? Yeah, y'all. So, I'm gonna just do this outline, this review. Oh, on my Miss Dobie, how you say it? On my $76. I'm gonna have to use that, Miss Dobie. Y'all, I got auction off for $76. All right, I can do a lot. That's 3/4 and a penny, baby. What can I do with 3/4 and a penny? I'll take it to the arcade. Hey, I might can win something. Oh, what's going on, Miss Steph? Hey, Stephanie Lee, brand new. Okay, now brand new. Good evening. And oh, I'm sorry. Let me make sure to say, I want to call you Arby's. I want to call you Arby's. Okay, but I think it's Anna Bear. I don't know. I'm gonna just say what up though. What up though? What up though? I'm sorry, I can't say that. So y'all, okay, let's get to this book. So y'all, this book, I'm gonna just do a little review before I get back into reading, because I know y'all gonna be like, where are we? Who and what are we reading? So, y'all, this book is named No One in the World, and it is about a guy that is pretty much finishing, like, well, no, he finished law school. He is a very beginning lawyer. Like, you could tell he's in his first pretty much stages of being a lawyer. And it doesn't really seem like he cares to be a lawyer. I'm not even going to lie to you. Like, it seems like he deals with a lot of the low down criminals, and quite a bit of times he has to kind of get them scot free, or, things like that. But he still seems to be pretty okay with his job. And like right at the beginning, it's like a lot of tragedy that happens. He loses, well, yeah, he loses his parents in a crash that left no survivors. And in the midst of it, it's him and his sister that are meant to keep this corporation afloat that is owned by his father, as well as, I'm quite sure the mother had a lot to do with the business aspect. And it's quite a big corporation, but his father's dying wish, which was included within the will, I'm guessing, is that he marries a woman, and the father does not want him to be participating in any gay acts. So in the midst of all of this, and his sister trying to see what she can set up in order to keep the family business, he finds out, or I think he may have already known, or something like that, that he has a twin brother. And he ends up finding his twin brother, who is actually incarcerated. I hope I said that right. Incarcerated. Yeah, incarcerated. And the brother has quite a history. The brother, he doesn't know much about his family outside of his adopted family. Let me go back to that's the main character. The main character, he is in a adopted family, and he has been quite eager to find out who his real family is. His twin brother actually knows quite a bit, I think, about who his mother is, and that was information that I feel like he's been kind of holding off on for a little while. So his twin brother, that is at the time in prison, has a friend that's in prison too. I call him to be the villain, I feel. His name is Black, and it's a lot that he has his life to lose, basically, because he was in a gang type related ordeal, and he did do something that within a gang is considered respect, which is not to snitch and to just take the time. And that's what he did. He took the time in prison, but along the way, he still owed a debt. And when it comes to being in a gang and owing a debt, is pretty much on your head until you pay it or until you die. So yeah, that's quite a bit of, where we left off at is where, through all of this, his twin brother they have found each other, they have come into contact, and he actually is out of prison. Like he was on his last little stunt in prison, so he's out. But unfortunately, his not so good friend, or good situation friend that named Black, he also was getting out 2 weeks after, and he's out now too. But right now, the twin brother is staying with his brother. And I felt like the family bond was really coming in. But the more and more I see Black getting involved, the more and more I see a setup. Yeah. Yeah, Lee. Brand new. It's quite interesting. It's a lot that goes on in this book. We've been having a lot of fun with it. T Danielle, hey baby. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you. So you said it's Anabis. Anabis. Okay, I appreciate that. Okay, I got you from now on. Anabis. Yep. Oh, I need to write that down somewhere. So y'all, yeah, that's what I wanted to do though, like a little overview. And I think we probably are back in tune with it, with everything. So let's see, what chapter are we on? I tell y'all, see, I left for Vegas, y'all. And when I'm telling you, go on a trip like that, just the preparing, I was trying to prepare, and it takes you a little while to get yourself back together. Yes, for sure. But I'm happy. Today I went on and I posted my folks over at, in the ASMR realm. They have been, asking me about, hey, create this type of video. So I'm glad I went on and gave them my aspects on Vegas as well. Yeah, so I did. I gave them that, y'all, because they had been wondering when I was going to come back with some videos. So y'all, we are on chapter 46. Oh, and let me let y'all know this too. So my favorite character within this book is Austin. Yeah, her name is Austin, and she is a side character for the most part, but she has a very important role to play in this book too. She is actually supposedly the how can I say it, the beard or the supposed wife of our main character, in order for him and his sister to be able to keep the business of the family. He is going to have to marry a woman, and she's going through a lot of financial troubles at the moment. And at first you could tell she's a very strong woman, but even the strong fall sometimes when it comes to maybe not being able to have shelter, or basically losing it all. So his sister, our main character's sister, came up with some type of a I guess you can call it a plot or a fixture, in order to get him set up with a bride and basically pay the bride so that they can keep this business. And right now Austin doesn't really have too many choices, because her as a real estate agent doesn't seem to be helping her at all either. They never went into exactly what happened to make her go into this financial downward spiral. They never said what happened. Hopefully they may get into that a little later. Carlito, well, hello there. Hey, greetings. Thank you for joining us. Okay, y'all. So I'm gonna just get on into this chapter. I may do two. Let me see. I may do 2 or 3 chapters, because that was quite a overview. Yeah, I must say. So let's get on into it, y'all. Oh, okay, the music too, right? The music too. There we go. Some good old jazz. Chapter 46. After bussing in on Kobe, Eric froze, unable to process what his eyes were seeing. His brother, naked, lying on top of another naked man. Not until Kobe said, "Eric, please," did he snap out of his trance and pull the door shut. He hurried to his room, feeling as though he had blown it, as though he had given Kobe reason to take back everything he had given him and to put him out on the street. Eric stood, his door partially closed, until he heard Kobe's door open and the footsteps of the man move through the hall and down the stairs. Eric stepped out after them and stood by the top of the stairs, listening to the hushed voices of his brother and the other man. Oh, hello there, Hazel, darling. What's up, boo? Okay, where did we stop at? I'm sorry. Eric stepped out after them and stood by the top of the stairs, listening to the hushed voices of his brother and the other man. He felt so sick to his stomach that he pressed his hand against his belly, trying to settle it. What had he just witnessed was so disturbing to him, but worse, it brought back those images, the ones he had worked so desperately all these years to forget. He pressed his hand harder onto his belly, fought the horrific memories out of his mind, and listened to what was being said downstairs. Scorpio rising. Hey, boo. What's up, bird, 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 bird? Bird is the word. Hey, my bird, bird, baby. Y'all, we are digging into this book. Okay, so he wasn't able to make out everything, but he did hear Kobe say, "Everything will be all right, I promise. He won't tell." He heard them say their goodbyes. Eric quickly headed back to his bedroom, where he sat on the edge of the bed and waited. A minute later, there was a soft knock. Eric stood. "Yeah, come in." The door opened and Kobe stepped in, wearing slippers, his work slacks, and an unbuttoned collared shirt. Eric looked at his brother with both sadness and disgust. Reading his brother's expression, Kobe said, "What, Eric?" Angrily, Eric said, "You talk that garbage to me about honesty and not keeping secrets, and you're doing that? I'm sorry you had to find out that way, but this is my house, and I didn't have to tell." "Then you're a hypocrite," Eric said, stabbing a finger at him. "My past is my past, and I shouldn't have had to tell you, but you say you weren't but you say you were not going to let me come back here, so I had to. But you're hiding that?" Eric turned away from his brother. Under his breath, he said, "You're a nasty motherfucker." "What?" Kobe said. "What did you just say?" "I said what you were doing, what you let him do to you, is some sick shit." "There is nothing sick about it. We were making love. And if you hadn't realized yet, I'm gay. That's how we do it." Can you just get out? I can't, nor without us talking first. Just get out the room. I don't want to talk, Eric yelled and could not stop himself from being transported back to that little dark room 23 years ago. It was his second foster home. His foster his foster mother's name was Miss Mosley. She was loud, rude, hateful, uncaring, squat little woman. She told Eric several times that the only reason he was there was so that she could collect a check from the state. Miss Mosley had a boyfriend, a beady-eyed, mousy-looking man named Calvin. Eric feared the man from the first time Calvin looked at him with those shiny, reddy eyes of his. Those eyes said he was a predator, that he had plans for Eric, and that it was just a matter of time before he executed them. Miss Mosley worked at the fish packing plant. She'd leave at 4:30 in the morning when it was still dark outside, leaving Calvin asleep in her bed. The first early morning, Calvin entered Eric's room. Eric had suddenly woken up to the full weight of the heavy grown man on top of him. Eric was on his stomach. His pajama bottoms had been yanked down to his calves. Calvin was fully erect and was trying to enter Eric at the moment he was snatched from his sleep. Eric yelled and squirmed, trying to flip his little body to get out from under the man, but he was too heavy, too strong. Calvin was harshly whispering something over and over in Eric's ear as he wrestled to spread Eric's little legs apart. Oh my God. Don't fight it, little boy. You gonna love it. He kept saying, his voice rough. Eric continued to struggle with every ounce of his strength until the man pushed into him. Eric screamed, never feeling a pain so extreme. He yelled and cried louder until he couldn't cry anymore. Oh my God. Afterward, there were the warnings from Calvin. Don't you ever think about telling anyone about this. Then the threats. If you do, I'll kill you. Oh my God. Eric kept his mouth shut. For the 3 years Calvin continued to grape him. My God. He had gotten to the point where when he heard the doorknob turning, his mind would just go elsewhere, far away. He liked to pretend he could remember back to when he was an infant, before he was put up for adoption, back when his mother might have loved him. He would think those thoughts until after Calvin was finished, leaving him wet and sticky and in flaming pain. I've seen you. I'll see you next time, Calvin always said at the door before stepping out. Now Eric looked up at his reflection and saw that there were tears in his eyes. He always said that, Eric said, nodding, noticing his twin brother in the mirror, the same tearful expression on his face. Kobe walked up beside Eric, placed a hand on his shoulder, and asked, Did you tell anyone? Did you ever tell anyone? Not until now. Is there anything I can do? I have a friend who's a therapist. No, Eric said, sounding grateful. That was in the past, and that's where I want it to stay. I need to focus on now and getting my daughter back. Got some great news which should help with that, Kobe said. My sister agreed to give you a job. What? Eric said. Are you serious? Doing what? No, don't answer that. It doesn't even matter. Thank you for that. Now, what about us? Kobe said. Are we okay? Eric stared into that. Eric stared Kobe into the eyes and then said, Sure, we okay. Oh, y'all, that was something else. Oh my goodness. You know what? That right here for Eric to tell Kobe that very traumatizing story. That goes to show that their brotherly bond is functioning. So right there, because Eric just said that he had never told anybody that story. So he was, I don't know how comfortable he was with it, but he was at least trusting enough to let his twin brother know what had happened to him. That was just terrible. Chapter 47. Pulling the blankets up over my shoulder, I told myself I had nothing to worry about, that I believed my brother when he promised he wouldn't tell a soul. I rolled over again to take a look at the clock on my at the I'm sorry. I rolled over again to take a look at the clock on my nightstand. 11:32 p.m. She'd be awake, I told myself, reaching for the phone and dialing Sissy's number. Kobe, she said, you shouldn't be tucked in by now. Oh, you should have been tucked in by now. What's going on? He knows, Sissy. He who knows what? Eric. He was supposed to have been. I'm sorry. Eric. He was supposed to have been out. Tyler came back. Eric came home early, walked in my room unannounced, and Kobe, no. Sissy sighed. So what happened? Did you talk to him? Yeah, not long ago. He promised he wouldn't tell anyone. You can't be certain that he'll keep that quiet. He said he won't, so I can. No, you can't, or you wouldn't be calling for advice. Not calling for advice? I'm giving you some anyway. Oh, yeah, he said, hold on. Not calling for advice. I'm giving you some anyway. If you're smart, you'll take it. Get him out of there. That way, when he tries to sell your story for money, you can say that you never even knew you had a twin brother. I won't do that. I think I can trust him, and I know I have nothing to worry about. So why did you call me? Good night, Sissy. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Kobe, wait. What? You know there's no way I can allow him to work at the company now. He knows too much. Sissy, you promised. I said. I just told him he had a job. Eric, Kobe, Eric is your brother, not mine. And just because you can't see straight doesn't mean I can't. Already, with all that's going on, you're talking too much. Oh, you're taking too much of a risk having him at the house. I won't take the same risk having him at work. Good night, Kobe. Oh Lord, y'all. That man really needed that job. I don't know why he's acting like. I don't know why his sister, Sissy, is acting like that. Because I think he was really dependent on that job. But one thing I'll say, you see what happens with twins, as they say. Eric has a very dark and traumatizing secret that he definitely would never want for Kobe to find out. I mean, not Kobe, for Kobe to let out, to say. And the same goes with Kobe. I'm quite sure the only person that knows Kobe's secret is Sissy and now Eric. So, that's always, I think, something twins always weigh out the same, so that's just wild. Oh, really, sweet one? You said, oh, this. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying your sister. Oh, yeah, yeah. This is it. Isn't that funny, sweet one? Yeah, the sister's name is Sissy. Official Lovejoy. Hey there, baby. Yeah. Yeah. So it's funny. Should we do one more chapter? I think we can go about doing one more chapter. We strong over here, y'all. One more. Hey. So yeah, that's going on right now though. I'm kind of upset with Sissy because she did promise that this man that job. There's no reason for her to take this job away. That is something else right there. Okay, here we go, y'all. Chapter 48. Austin sat on the edge of her bed, her head resting on her folded hands. Her hair hung over her eyes. A screen, the legal size envelope from her vision. It had been sitting next to her for almost 20 minutes. Finally, she lifted her head, grabbed the envelope, tore it open, and pulled out its contents. The contract was 12 pages long. Austin flipped through all of them till she stared down at the signature page. Kobe had already signed. A blank line indicated where she was to sign. All she had to do was find the courage. Austin quickly threw about her option. Oh, I'm sorry. Austin quickly thought about her options and just as quickly realized she had none. Hell with it, Austin said, springing from her bed, the contract in hand. She walked towards the kitchen, needing to find a pen in a hurry. Scribbled her name there before she talked herself out of it. She yanked a drawer, dug around a bit, and found a pen. She flipped back to the signature page, set it on the counter, and prepared to sign. When she pressed the tip of the pen on the paper, she found she could not do it. She couldn't just sell herself for $500,000 and go back on everything she believed. Hey, my Mika baby green. What's up, boo? Prayed up. What's up, boo? Prayed up. Yeah, we gotta stay prayed up. Austin dropped the pen back in the drawer, slammed it closed. What she decided to do was rip the contract to shreds. Oh my goodness, right? What she decided to do was rip the contract to shreds, maybe stuff it in the return envelope, and spend money she didn't have to send it back to that arrogant Winslow woman. Yeah, that's what she'll Yeah, that's what she'd do, Austin thought, when she was startled by a loud knocking at her door. When she opened it, she was surprised to see two large Cook country sheriffs standing in front of her, badges on their chests, guns on their hips, and mirrored glasses over her eyes. Low chatter from a radio chip to one officer's breast pocket buzzed annoyingly. Miss Greer, the large officer said, "Yes, what's going on? I'm sorry, but this property has been foreclosed on, and we are going to need you to vacate the premises immediately." I, I, I have. Austin tried to speak, but was flustered. "I have things still here. Can't you come back tomorrow?" "I'm sorry, ma'am. The, the county needs you out today," the other officer said. "I need time," Austin said, feeling tears come to her eyes. She wheeled them back. The larger officer glanced down at his watch. "We can give you 3 hours. What you don't have out by then, we will have taken out." "Okay," Austin said, wiping at her cheeks. "Okay, can I close my door?" "Of course, ma'am. We'll be out front in our car waiting." Austin hurried back into her bedroom and flipped on the light. She went to her dresser, pushed around the bottles of perfume, her jewelry, and other clutter till she found the gold business card that Sissy had given her the other day. The card trembling in her hands, Austin dialed the direct number into her cell phone. A moment later, she heard, "This is Sissy Winslow." "Miss Winslow, sheriffs, they're telling me I have to go." "Miss Gear, Miss Miss Gear, just relax. Now, what are you saying?" "I'm saying I'm being thrown out of my fucking house. You said you were going to buy it. Do something. Stop this." The phone pressed to her ear, tears spilling from her eyes. Austin could hear papers shuffling on the other end. "Okay, as soon as I get off the phone, I'll call my people, send them over, and we'll handle this. Have you signed the contract yet?" Austin was quiet. She realized her back was against the wall. She was painted in the corner between a rock and a hard place. Every lousy, every lousy cliche she had ever heard, she was now in. "Austin, did you hear me? Have you signed the contract?" Austin caught sight of a pen on her dresser. She grabbed it and quickly signed her name to the contract she was holding. "Yes," Austin said. "Now send somebody over here to take care of this." Oh, y'all. Oh, Mika Baby Green, you said loving this read and the music. Oh, thank you, Mika Baby. Yes, boo. See, this music fits right with this story, I think, too. Oh, what's going on, my must be? Triangular. Good to see you. Oh, Fulio. What's going on, Fulio? Wasn't it? Yes. Scorpio rising. That was quite a lot. I'm going to tell y'all this. Now, I do like Sissy. I like Sissy Winslow. But doesn't she sound capable of being a villain too? Just as much as Black. Like, she's giving me all of that buzz, like, as of lately, because isn't it kind of odd how those sheriffs just came over there and they were ready to just take her out the house? I think she felt that Austin did not really want to sign the contract. So she was like, look, I'm about to take every means. You're going to sign that contract. So yeah, Sissy got a little spiciness in her, but I don't know. I really still think that she is a good gal. But we're going to have to see, y'all. It's a lot right now that's involved. Eric, I feel so sorry for Eric. Like that was devastating to hear about what happened to him. You know, it was real tough to hear. I'm glad that now though he was able to release that story, because just imagine, you know, he kept that in hiding for what he said 23 years. So I'm glad that he was able to kind of tell someone and basically look at his identical twin, you know, in the eyes. And you know, I think it's a breakthrough for him too. So wow, these characters, y'all, they have really they really have developed. Scorpio, you said yes. I can't wait to hear how her character develops. Yeah, you know, because it's something about Sissy. Yeah, she seems like she has some plans, I'll say. Yeah, Lee brand new. Yes, he was traumatized. That was just too terrible, I'd say. You know, I hope that man that did that to him, I hope he got what was coming to him, because that was just ridiculous. So I just hope that Kobe does right by his brother. You know, everybody seems to have a lot on their plates, y'all. They do. Everybody does. I don't know where to start with these folks and their plates. Their plates are fully set. So, you know, it takes some strong individuals to hold these plates. But y'all, I hope y'all have a good night. I just wanted to, you know, chime in with y'all and get back on our read. Oh, hey there, my J Truth. Oh, I appreciate it, boo. Yeah, I wanted to bring some niceness into the atmosphere. So y'all, we are back. And I'm going to be talking with y'all soon. That was quite a read, I gotta say. Oh, how are you doing tonight too, my red star? Good night, Lee brand new. Sounds like, you know, some good old jeans or something, Lee brand new. I think that's what I think of. You know, I think of Lee's brand new jeans. Oh, you're so welcome, Scorpio Rising. I'm glad you do enjoy the story time, dear. Me too. Oh, J Truth. Yeah, you did. You told me that too, boo. Oh, you say you love ASMR gum chewing. I'm gonna have to get back on my gum chewing, darling. Yeah, Lee brand new. Shoot, I'm thinking about them new jeans. I just bought some new jeans, y'all, in Vegas. I sure did. And a new shirt. Oh, J Truth, you said, are you going to do the show reviews again? Yeah, J Truth. You know, I had I think I did on my ASMR channel. I did a show review maybe 2 weeks ago. So yeah, I'm gonna still get back into the shows though. Brown Beauty World. Well, hey there. Hey boo, I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Yeah, J Truth. I've been watching some good shows. You know, whenever I can, whenever I'm not YouTubing. And yeah, I'll get back into those. You said Baby Reindeer. I'm gonna have to see about that show. Oh, thank you, Carlito. I appreciate you becoming a new subscriber. And I appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoyed the book read. Yeah, y'all. So we will be getting back into our book again, which is titled No One in the World by one of my most favorite authors, Elin Harris. And this messy man right here, R.M. Johnson. Okay? All right, everybody. Y'all have a good night. This has been fun. I'll see y'all soon. Bye-bye. Enjoy what tomorrow has to give us, y'all. Bye, Scorpio boo.